Hi there, and welcome to Jan's Views on Crime, a place where we look at crime and I give my views on it. Hi there, and welcome back to Jan's Views on Crime. If you're new here, thanks for clicking on the video. Sit back and just hear what my views are on this specific case, which is the Jay Slater case. Now, I'm going to be looking at the parents in this video, and let's start with Debbie Duncan. She's 56 and is the mother of Jay Slater, the Lancashire lad who never returned from his holiday to Tenerife. She works as a school finance advisor and lives with her partner, Andy, who's 63, in the family house in Oswald Twistle in Lancashire. She's spoken out quite often in defence of her son, and specifically about several rumours, including that he had stolen a £12,000 Rolex watch from a gangster on the night or the previous night before his disappearance. Quote, "He would never have been involved in anything like that. I have no idea where these drug stories have come from, and the stuff about him stealing a watch is nonsense," end quote.
All this money, and I thought, well, what is going on here? We've only just arrived in Tenerife, and like, what the hell? But I mean, I wanted to believe that he'd been chained up, because at least that way I knew that he was still breathing somewhere.
That's a really weird thing to say, and I think because of these interviews that have been put out to the public, I think people have formed their own opinion on the type of person that Jay Slater's mother was or is. I mean, it's quite interesting. I've actually spoken on it on previous videos, so take a look at the other videos I've put out there as regards my thoughts towards Debbie Duncan.
One night there was an incident where there were probably a couple of hundred people there, and a lad got attacked by what he described as 20 kids. But because he were there and people were going and giving statements, I said to Jay, I think you should go and do a statement, because they were appealing for witnesses and what have you. So I took him myself. I took him to the police station at Blackburn, Greenbank police station, and he gave his version of events, and he weren't, I didn't think anything of it. I just said, just go, tell them your version, and that were that.
So I've spoken on this before, and I don't know, guys. I don't know if I believe this story. I don't believe that they just so happened to find out that police were looking for people who may have witnessed it. Yeah, okay, yeah, all right. So I can believe that, because I've seen instances where, there's even been a bad road accident and people and local police have asked for anyone who's witnessed it. But I don't know if I believe that this woman said to her son after he said, "Oh, Mum, I was at that." I mean, I don't know, was it a club, a night spot? "Yeah, I was there, Mum, and I saw what happened. Maybe I ought to go to the police station and tell them that I was there." I don't know, guys. What do you think?
Nothing were really mentioned afterwards. There were names flying around, and obviously there is a big group of friends.
Okay, so let's look at that bit. So there were names being thrown around. Who was throwing the names around? What, the police were throwing the names around?
And then it weren't till the following April, so that was the August, following April, a letter came through, saying that Jay were being charged with violent disorder. And
well, that's interesting. I didn't know the police did that. I didn't realise that police just sat down and wrote a letter and said, yeah, okay, we're going to arrest you. You know, you're going to have to go to court on this. Is that what happens, guys? I hate to sound cynical, but I am. But is that what happens? Is it? I don't think so.
I like what what's going on. So I rang the police station straight away, and because Jay's name had been mentioned, out of 20 people who'd apparently attacked him, there was eight boys that got named, and Jay's name were one of the names.
So where did she get that information from? In the police letter that wrote to her? Dear Miss Duncan, we need to arrest your son because his name's been thrown around. Do you know, and I'll say it again, the fact that she keeps speaking, she needs to stop. Just stop speaking, because she's not coming across as being genuine. She's not coming across as being honest. And, you know, this isn't knocking her as a mother grieving for her son or anything like that. This is coming from someone who, I'm also a mother, but you need to tell the full story. It's no good just coming out with like these little snippets of information, because there's a lot of highly intelligent people who see through it, who see the huge gaps in your story. That's the problem.
Jay attended the trial. Statement.
Okay, so right, so we've leapt forward now. Because she didn't know anything about what was happening. You know, they get this letter through the post, and the next thing, he attended the trial. Okay, he didn't attend the trial. He was one of the blooming perpetrators in the trial. Come on, stop it.
That were taken, saying Jay was stood at the back, but obviously the 8 were found guilty by jury, and they were all found guilty, and they all got community service.
Well, wasn't he lucky? Wasn't he lucky to get community service?
It's kind of guilty by association. Don't mean to say that he struck a blow, that he...
And this here is the problem. This here is the problem. He didn't go through a court with barristers and a judge and a jury just because he was associated with these other people. He was involved in it. Be honest. And that is the crux of the problem, and also why so many people are saying negative things towards this woman. It's this right here. It's the denial. And we know that she no longer has her son. We know that. I'm putting that aside, okay? You have to speak the truth. Just speak the truth. And people will still, you know, as long as people can see that you're being totally honest, people will accept it. But don't come on here and give some cock and bull story about what actually happened and scoot around all the issues. No, it's not going to do you any favours. And it hasn't, because this woman and this family has been trolled. And I honestly believe they've been trolled because of this kind of thing. People have watched this and thought, what? What are you talking about, woman?
I mean to say that he struck a blow, that he, you know, that he harmed Tom, and I think he's seen him since.
So, yeah, it doesn't mean that, you know, he harmed him. And I think he's seen him since. So what does that mean? What does that mean?
On men, dads, granddads who get done for violent disorder for a fight that breaks out, say, outside a football stadium.
Do you know what? My son-in-law takes my grandson to football. They follow this team all over the country. Let me tell you, they've not once been involved in a fight. How weird is that? And they've been up north as well, so it's not just a north-south divide thing. It's like being decent, living a decent life. And whether you like football or not, does not mean that you have to act like a thug when you go to a football match. But in her mindset, just listen to what she says here. In her mindset, it's just a common thing, you know. It's what happens every Saturday afternoon. No, it doesn't.
The football stadium most weekends, you know, but because of obviously, you know, Jay's in the limelight, they just every bad thing that they can say about him, they have done.
Oh, dearie me. I mean, if I was her, if I was, you know, sort of related to her in some way, I'd say, Debbie, just shut up. Stop going on there. You know, obviously she's mourning. The most dreadful thing has happened. She's lost her son. But that's not what I'm talking about. It's like, you can't come on and show yourself to be dishonest. That's it. That's it, really. Of course, many people are going to see through you. I tell you what, guys, in my research for this video, I've been on Facebook and I've looked at the things that people have said on there. And let me tell you, it is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting, the things that people have said. Not only about Jay, but also about her. Not so much about the father. I haven't heard anything said about the father, but specifically about this woman. I mean, it's vile to read. I had to come off. I thought, no, I can't. So I really don't know what to say about that. But I do feel that her coming on and speaking, she should have, with that money she got from the GoFundMe, she should have got a spokeswoman. Get a family spokeswoman who's going to come on and speak truthfully. I mean, this isn't working. This is not working in your favor. And yet I've been doing videos because I think it's only fair that this young guy, I call him a young boy because I'm an old bint, this young guy deserves the truth to come out about him, about what happened to him. Okay, whether he was a little shit when he was younger or prior to this, I mean, not even when he was younger, is irrelevant. Okay, in my eyes, that is irrelevant, really, because we want justice for somebody who, it would appear, allegedly, he was murdered. He was just murdered, guys. And that's not right, you know, that's not fair. And that's why we call not only justice for Jay, but justice to anybody who is a victim of crime, any crime for that matter. But mother, stay off the TV. Stop doing interviews and just mourn your baby. I'm going to leave it there, guys, and hope that you're all doing well, and just take care of yourselves out there, because trust me, it's a rotten old world. So until the next one, bye-bye for now.